What's going on, everybody? It's Monday night. That's right. Or no, it's to Thursday. Good Lord. I'm not busy or anything. I haven't totally lost track of time. It is Thursday night, which of course means it's time for another Toypixx live stream. And tonight, we're going to be discussing a little bit of SHF, what they've been showing off lately. One of the lines is kind of exciting. Another figure they've shown off is possibly my favorite character of all time, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure, man. I'm just not sure. So we're going to be talking a little SHF, see what we think, see if we think we want to pick them up, if they fit in with our collections, all that. And then a little surprise tonight, something I thought about when I was looking through the socials and saw that several G.I. Joe figures were on sale on Amazon. Don't worry, we're going to check that out too. But I thought, why don't we tonight, just for funsies, and because I've been looking at Hasbro a little differently when it comes to wanting to build some G.I. Joe figures with Monster Force parts, with Action Force parts, kind of customizing my own stuff. I want to know who the very best G.I. Joe characters are out there. Now, don't worry, the Word document's already up there. And I already put the first name on it just to give us a little bit of a head start. I'll let you guess whose name that is. So for anybody checking this out on the replay crew, what I want to know is, what do you think of the SHF Star Wars Clone Wars figures? What do you think of the SHF Gamerverse Wolverine? But possibly most importantly, and where we're going to have the most fun tonight, I think, who are your top 5 favorite G.I. Joe and Cobra characters? Now, with that, let's get to the chat, shall we? Oh, yeah. And we're back in the studio. Woo! Makes me happy. Sci-Fi, greetings and toytations, everyone. Greetings and toytations, Sci-Fi. Thanks for stopping in. Well, after all the big hullabaloo that was Legion's Con 2025, the expected lull in news is to be expected. But wait! I sense a great disturbance in the Force. Woo! Like the cries of millions of wallets crying in agony all at once. I speak of 4 Horsemen this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on their site for the first 24 hours of only 3 per customer of the legendary Barbarian. I know, man. I know. And I forgot that was coming up. I don't know what I'm going to do there. We'll see. We'll see if I can swing it. Finally, their tour exclusive, this legendary Barbarian, will be available for anyone who couldn't make it in person, or for any schmucks that arrive late to their MuskeCon event. Hey, that would be I am said schmuck. In fact, Sci-Fi, you were walking in at the same time. Did you? Like, I heard that they got rid of them just before I got to the table. Did you get there before they got rid of them or not? Curious. Let's see. Cough, cough. Ahem. Yeah. I am that schmuck. But wait, there's more. They will also have their Figure Obscura figures of Jacob Marley, the Ghost of Christmas Past, Ganesha, the Red Death, the Jersey Devil, and Father Christmas back for sale. What the heck, man? The one I would go for is the Haunted or the Headless Horseman. Why? That's what we need. After the 24 hours is over, if there's any stock left, then you can buy as much of the legendary Barbarian as you can. There are no limits for the other figures. Koi is their new tour exclusive and will become available the same way as the legendary Barbarian for anyone with access to a TV from Apple. In February, Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 airs, continuing the lore of classic and new kaiju. I saw that Kurt Russell is coming back, and you guys had told me that was actually a pretty sweet show. Let's see. The figures, let's see. She Figures is doing their version of Gamerverse. Oh, SHF doing their version of Gamerverse Wolverine, showing him in his classic tiger striped outfit. He comes with the same speculation that Cyclops did. What's his size in relation to everyone else? So now we play the waiting game, which is much more preferable than the kissing game. Fair? If you know, you know. I got my Pythona yesterday, and I like her, despite her oh, good Lord, despite her screaming head. Looks a little like Marilyn Manson. The giant ruby that she used to bribe the Dreadnoks is perfect as either the Emkron crystal or the mystic ruby gem of Sidorak. Ooh, nice. Anton, what's up, man? Don't worry, Sci-Fi George. I know that the master was at work again trying to steal and do your comments, but of course, I sent him packing. Anton, we owe you. Thanks, man. Sorry, by Anton. Thanks for all your hard work, esteemed Time Lord. Anyone in the Michigan area, the Motor City Comic Con is this weekend in Novi, Michigan, November 14th through 16th. Lots of guests and stars. There's a guy named Isaac Wong on the Book of Faces that has pics of, I know of this Isaac Wong. Let's see, Resonance Gongs. Let's see, Hush Batman. And does he look good? He comes with a scowling Bruce Wayne head and accessories. Don't know about price or pre-orders yet. Same body as the National Defender. Ooh, cool, I think. Also on his page are lots of Kamen Rider figures and a tease by Tamashii Nation's White Scorpion from One Piece. As well as some really dynamic My Hero Academia figures. I know, they do look cool. What's up, Paul? Good to see you tonight, sir. Sci-Fi. Well, that's the bi-weekly rundown for this week. Now back to you, Dave. Are you a Steam Chat material? Do you make insanely stupid and reckless purchases for the hobbies that you like at times? Oh, here we come. We're going to have an ad here. Do you regret it but still do it again and again? Let's see. Are you considered weird, nerd, geeks, kooky, mysterious, or spooky? Then welcome aboard. It's like the Addams Family, minus the money. Fair call, Sci-Fi. Thanks, man. Always appreciate you coming in with that bi-weekly rundown. This is going to be fun. What's going on, Star? Good to see you tonight, sir. Whoo, Dave, did you see the SHF Clone Wars animated figs that were shown off recently? I did. We'll be talking some about those, Star. I found some pictures and already had them loaded up for us. Oh, no. Let's see. Go away. Yes, quit installation. Sorry. More PC stuff. Let's see. What's going on, Eric? Good to see you tonight, man. Let's see. And yes, I am looking forward to the Figuarts being revealed. Excellent. They do look good for sure. What's up, Rick? Good to see you, sir. It's a good night. What's up, guys? Hello. Thanks for saying hi. Oh, man. The people keep everybody involved, Mr. Element. I'm never going to get away from Transformers. I swore off the transforming figs a long time ago. And then Magnificent Mecha Optimus Prime and TMT Bumblebee. Yeah, I'm back. Sigh. Man, I posted the other day that I haven't gotten many figures this year, right? I was looking at my 2025. Right now, I could literally do a top 10, but it would be every figure that I've gotten from 2025 because there's only 10 of them. So I was like, okay, what have I spent my money on? Then I looked at Transformers. I've got 30-some Transformers in my collection now. They were all bought this year. Yeah. And Transformers, even the hashtag stuff, ain't cheap. So I'm looking at those going, oh, you guys are why I don't have a whole lot of figures. Yeah, Transformers have a way of pulling us all back, Star. Oh, here we go. Anyone getting into the Walls XD Mythic Walls Kickstarter? I have not. We've talked about it. Oh, I wish I could. Rick, oh, what nice to hear about Monarch Season 2. I'm hyped about Alien Earth Season 2 being greenlit too. I saw that as well. I guess I should check out Alien Earth. See, Mr. Madsen, I really want those Castle Mythic XD pieces. Just can't afford them and don't have the space. I know, man. I'm pretty stuck. I don't know what I'm going to do when Beathir gets here and when the Muskie gets here. Like, I've got two huge things coming soon, and I have no idea, but I'll figure it out. Spaded one. Jump around, jump up, and get down. That's beautiful, heartwarming music there, good sir. Whoo, thanks, Paul. See, Brick Wall XD is dope, and Diabolic Studios HS Creations is a proven quantity. I don't have the space for something like that, but please consider backing Mythic XD with confidence. Yeah, I would totally back up what Brick's saying as well. He crushes it. He does great work. Whew, I can relate. Jump, jump, jump. Oh no, we've gotten there. Star wasn't very satisfied with the SH Monster Arts Godzilla -1 when it came out. Now the Odo Island version is on the way. Crap, gotta get it. Someone please make it stop. Star, I thought you were swearing off the Monster Arts in favor of whatever High is doing. Let's see. That guy gets it. Brick was on. He knew what was up. I have the original Walls XD. Great stuff. Definitely can be confident in backing. Yeah, I should have gotten those too. I am the suck. Star, any word on when the Batman figs from InArt and LPZZ are going to get released? Just too sweet to be ignored. If anybody's got some info, fire it in here. Brick, did you see my Fury Toys Sun Wukong battle damage version on the light up dial pick? Love that version. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Spaded One, I'm 100% on board with any attempt to get affordable dioramas into collectors and photographers' hands. Wall XD equals thumbs up. Same here, Spaded One. That just sounds like a blast. I gotta start figuring things out over here so we can start really having a blast with all the shots. Then Matthew, I'll check it out. The Ace of Figs when The Amazing just reviewed looks great too. Yeah, that one was pretty nice. I did see that review. Star, I can't get the mental pictures. Wish list 1987 Jungle Hunter Predator. If done by InArt, out of my head. Please, InArt. Please. I don't think it's happening, Star. I mean, if InArt doesn't want to work with, I think it was it InArt or was it LPZZ or /UPF, whatever. One of them said they kind of laughed when somebody asked about them working with Disney, and they were just like, no. And I think Predator is Fox. Am I right? I think that's right. So I don't see that happening from InArt. Whoops. Sorry, Brick, had you skip. The Battle Damage Fury Toys one is a killer. I don't know if I've seen that one. See, saw that review. Looks awesome, but a little small. Ooh, see, I don't know. I don't know my heights of all those guys. Wait a sec. We have more Windows stuff popping up. All right. Let's not bury the lead. Let's get moving a little bit here. Have some fun. Get crazy. All right, number one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the SHF Gamerverse Wolverine. Now, one, look at how crazy those butterflies are. Like, he's going to get all the range when he moves his arms. And something else that I've been considering is the fact that SHF tends to run small. Like, they say that they're true 1/12 scale, but if Cyclops is only 6.1 inches tall, that is not true 1/12 scale. That's actually a little smaller. So what I'm looking at here is this Wolverine might end up being kind of the perfect size for all our collections, depending on how SHF handles it. But man, I've got Wolverines that I really love. And this cut down here, that just, for whatever reason, that kills it for me. And I mean, the sculpts of their Spider-Man, of their Cyclops, of this Wolverine, they look so good, but this thigh cut is so hard to ignore, especially when I've already got a great Spidey that doesn't have that, a great Cyclops that doesn't have that, and at least a brown suit Wolverine that doesn't have that. So it's tough for me on this one. Like, Wolvie's my guy. Wolvie's just about one of my very favorite characters. But yeah, look at that. That just, for whatever reason, it bugs the crap out of me. Aside from that, I could use this as a generic Tiger Stripe Wolverine body. I don't have any of the need for Marvel versus Capcom stuff, but that's a great looking Wolverine aside from this. So what's everybody thinking when it comes to the old Knucklehead here? Mr. Madsen, I got both versions and the accessory set. All awesome. Wow. Sun Wukong. I still need one. That Kith stuff has me thinking, how many steps do we get Disney's Marvel, Hasbro's Marvel Legends, McDonald's X-Men's Gambit by Best Buy, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. I think that it's cool that they brought Hasbro and Jada together, but I think, okay, the Wolverine probably has great articulation. He's clearly too big. But, you can cheat that with photography. He has great articulation. The Cyclops, I've never been a big fan of what Marvel Legends has done with Cyclops as far as the articulation is concerned, because you know how it is, waist cut and all that. I love the Jada figures, but when I saw all of those, especially when the Jada figures in particular had Kith written all over them, I think they're ugly. Which I know most people are like, yeah, but they're just player 2 versions or whatever. I don't like the look of that Wolverine and Cap at all. And Mega Man having Kith across his chest, that looks dumb. And Ryu having it on his back. I mean, you could maybe hide that in photos and maybe just Photoshop it out or use some acetone or whatever and try and get rid of that, probably on Mega Man too. But either way, the Wolverine and the Cap, I just think the colors are bad. But yeah, who knows? Who knows, Spaded One? Everybody's kind of putting their stuff together right now in a desperate bid to make money. So what you're predicting there might not be too far off. That might be another year or two. Toy Odyssey, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in. Woo, yeah, he does look good. It's those stinking hips. Ugh. All right, Star, where is Noda? If they don't throw me a bone concerning their Lord of the Rings line, I swear I'm going over there and I'm not leaving till they open the door and give some answers. I get that, Star. I do. Brick, I actually only own a Noda and Figure Obscura Wukong so far. Didn't buy it on Fury for some reason. Mainly wanted to spread my money around to other characters / figs I don't already have versions of. Makes sense to me, Brick. That's kind of why I'm looking at this Wolverine. And I think I've gotten to the point where the figure better be perfect. And if it's not perfect, I'm just not going to bother. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. And he looks really good. But man, I just think that's where I'm at with the collection. Mr. Matson, Brick, I got the Noda one, skip the Figure Obscura because I wanted more articulation. Makes sense to me. Spaded, personally, I'm hopping from Legends and Jada to Figuarts and Storm Arena. I get that too, Spaded One. I think what I'm gonna do, I have to try out a Storm Arena for sure, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep Jada for the Street Fighter figures and then look at some of the other characters that Storm Arena is making and doing it that way, only because we've got so many of the Jadas already. And I feel like I don't want to start that collection over. But if I find stuff that mixes well, I'll probably pick it up. But as far as, as far as the Marvel Legends jumping to SHF, I can't blame you at all. Oh, thanks, Paul. Eric, God, I hate the waist cuts. Oh, these Kith repaints with Kith actually on Mega Man's chest is gross. I totally agree, man. I think they just look bad. Right, yeah, the Fury Toys Wukong is the articulation the character deserves. Man, I'm stumbling. Toy Odyssey, notice since Hasbro announced they were moving to Boston, they're releasing all these reissues. Yeah, there's a few reasons it seems that companies do that. They're going to relocate to see how many people, part of it is going to see how many people quit and all that, so they stay behind in Rhode Island. And they're moving to a more tech-friendly area because they want to really start pushing tech. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're getting a lot of reissues and all that, which also saves the money. They don't have to spend more money on tooling. I don't know. We'll just have to see what people do. I will say that I like a lot of the reissues that are going on with, say, Transformers. Now I need G.I. Joe Classified to do a reissue. I'm going to need that to happen because I want that vamp. I need that vamp. That needs to be the reissue from Classified. Because right now, truly, you get on eBay, you're paying $250 to $300 for that thing. Hasbro's got to see that. Star, I've got 2 copies of In-Art Veil Batman and 2 expansion packs pre-ordered. Cautiously optimistic. I don't think you need to be cautiously optimistic, Star. Everything I've seen of those, people are in love, baby. Let's see. Yep. Kiss my ass. Let's see. Star, thanks, guy. Let's see. We're going to keep moving. Eric, the Figuarts Gamerverse figures are just so nicely painted, and I love the style. I can forgive the hip swivels. I get that too. I mean, me, it's just a hang up on my end. It's kind of like the waist cuts for Legends. So I know that it's just me being me that looks at this and says, God, it looks good, but those weights or that hip joint drives me crazy. But for most people, they're not going to be that worried about it. Spaded one, definitely get a Storm Arena figure. Yeah. Star, Toy Odyssey, I took your advice and ordered the second copy from HLJ. Makes me feel a bit more comfortable with two sources. You were right. Nice. Good call, boys. Spaded one, no clue how they got a figure this nice down to that price point. What is this price? What is the price point there? Are you talking in art? Let's see. I got to hold let's see, Street Fighter yesterday. Such a great figure. Storm Arena. Sorry, Toy Odyssey. Me and my brain stopped for a minute. Boston is incredibly expensive, and that's probably part of it too. I would think they'd want a smaller footprint, and they want to save money on a lot of the tooling, so they're getting a lot of reissues out there and everything else. And yeah, once people decide they're not going to work the company anymore, they'll have all that money left as well. So they'll be making a little bit of money based on all that. And then we'll see. I mean, they're jumping into tech stuff. And at the same time, it seems like they want to make sure their IPs are licensable. The trick with that is they've got to make sure that there's media out there to support people wanting to license out those IPs. So hopefully, if you guys have heard, they're doing a Skybound Transformers series, or at least one is ready to go, or at least being talked about. They're shopping the idea around to people, which could be good for Transformers specifically. G.I. Joe, I mean, we're keeping it alive, so I hope they find some way to keep that alive as well. But again, for every company that's out there saying we want to be an IP farm, they have to keep those IPs relevant or they're going to go down. And I'm not sure with the way video games are right now, I don't necessarily know that that's the path that I'd want to go down, but I don't have enough information and I don't know enough. And a lot of the information I have comes from YouTube. So who knows how reliable all that is. It's going to be very interesting to see how Hasbro changes in the next couple of years. They also just did a large layoff again. No one is talking about it. Did they really? I did not know about that, Mr. Matson. How big? Spaded one, and I talk smack on that Storm Arena stand, but it's honestly one of the best in the biz. That thing is sturdy. Eric, I get repaints for companies to maximize profit, but man, slapping random logos on it and change. Sorry. 1.5 times retail reeks of desperation. At least the Magic crossover had some new looks. I mean, maybe, so what they've got going is now that Marvel Legends and the Jaded Toys Street Fighters in there. So what they need to do, Marvel needs their cut, Capcom needs their cut, and now Kith needs their cut. So when you have just Marvel Legends, the only people that need their cut are Marvel. When you have just Street Fighter, the only people that need their cut are Capcom. When you have Kith involved and they're bringing it all together, now there's 3 different licensors. So I'm sure that adds some to it, but I don't know what the percentages are. Either way, I still think they're ugly. Brick, how many more laid off, Matthew? Yep, exactly. That's what I'm wondering as well. Honey Badger, what's up, Harry? Let's see, has Figuarts shown everything the Gamerverse Wolverine comes with? I have not seen anything else. Like, this is basically, these are the pictures we've got. This and that teaser image where he's kind of walking towards the camera. I'm talking Storm Arena, $27. I know. It's insane. The excuse. Yep. I just don't know. I wish I knew. Official, let's see, Eric, I have Ken and Ryu Storm Arena. They're great. We'll pick and choose because I don't know most of those newer characters. Definitely Sagat, probably Fei Long. Nice. The Energon universe is so good. That's what I hear. I gotta start reading again. I gotta get my mind, I gotta get things moving along with Toypixx so I can hire some people and do some of the nerd stuff that I need to be catching up on. Let's see here. I don't think full Wolverine accessories have been shown. I haven't seen them yet either. Star, shouldn't there be a veritable flood of Jada pre-orders going up soon? Master June said that the first half of next year is going, let's see, to see a massive release of figs. I need my Jada Edge Runners figs now. I would hope so. I haven't seen a Jada pre-order go up in a while. Not since, well, a while. What's it been? Like a couple weeks since Wave 3 went up? What's up, Ghost Tab? Good to see you tonight. Well, this Wolverine replaced your Mofex Wolverine. The painting looks consistent. It looks great. I don't have the Tiger Stripe Mofex Wolverine, and I was telling these guys I don't think it will, and it's my own hang-up. It's because of the way the hips are done here. Like Mofex, the figure looks better in this region and can still get that articulation. You just have to play on the ball peg a little bit. So no, I don't think it's going to replace it, but I love the look. Like this thing looks like Wolverine for sure. I mean, like it's got those proportions. Mofex, they don't quite have the Wolverine proportions, but the overall, the way they're cut and their look and all that is really good. The one thing, again, I have to say about this guy, if any of you are zoomed in on the image a little bit, is those cuts in his chest. Like those butterflies are going to be insane. And I know I brought it up once, but truly, if you guys haven't noticed, check those out. Toy Odyssey, I have a feeling that SHF Gamerverse Wolverine will be their best in that line. At least we know he will scale great. I hope so. I hope they're not looking at all the backlash about Cyclops and going, oh man, we better make Wolverine 6.1 inches high too. Eric, okay, Dave, you convinced me. Those kids are actually a deal. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but that's just me looking at them going, I don't think they look cool. Let's see, it's all Flint's fault, to be honest. No, Flint had nothing to do with it. This is Duke. Duke is Chris Cox in disguise. Star, I think I'm only still into Star Wars due to nostalgia. Being a kid in 77 when Star Wars released was fantastic. There's never been a time like it before or since. Feels a bit dated now. Cuts are needed. Man, you know, I think my collection is going to be primarily original trilogy stuff, Star, because I love Star Wars too, but that was the era I really loved. So, man, maybe you just got to figure out your era and stick with that. Of course, I say that when Toypixx starts doing sweet, I'll probably be like, well, maybe I could grab a Mace Windu here. Ooh, you know what? Maybe a battle droid. Hey, is that a Rex? Things could get messy very quickly. Eric, yeah, Mofex has a pretty clean silhouette compared to Legends and this Figuarts. And I think that's what it is for me. Like figures today, they got to be perfect. Everybody's doing such great stuff. They got to be perfect. Straight Star, I'm just waiting for a soft goods company to really take a swing at the OT, and I'll jump into Star Wars wallet first. Yeah, the more you guys talk about Mezco doing it, if I thought they'd get the Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher likenesses correct, I'd be in for sure. See, Sci-Fi Wolverine and Cap have the same Gamerverse effects with a Kith logo on them. Ugh, I didn't notice that they had the Kith logo as well. I need to cut my figure collection for cost and space. I need to have someone convince me that my SHF Star Wars figs need to go. Too much awesome stuff on the horizon and very few funds remain. Star, I'm telling, this is how I'm going to go. I'm just going original trilogy. So if you have your era that you love, anything outside of that, that goes. I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Okay, so we talked about Wolverine here. That's really not much to say until we have more information. But I think the one thing here that I was most surprised by, and honestly kind of impressed by, is the SHF Clone Wars line. Like these are 6-inch figures or 1/12 scale figures, I suppose, modeled after the Clone Wars cartoon. And I gotta say, they look good. This Ahsoka looks about perfect. Now, Obi-Wan, that's kind of an angry head, an angry expression for him. It's funny. I always go and look at the faces first. The body looks perfect for the Clone Wars Obi-Wan. But this, I don't know. I mean, the hair's right, the beard's right, the stash is right, the shape of the face is right. It's something with the eyes. And I really think it's the fact that he looks so angry that throws me off. But Ahsoka looks great. Kenobi looks great. I'm sure he's got another head. Once we see that, then we can make better decisions. But again, I'm going to try and stick with the original trilogy. But I do love the looks of these. And then we've got Anakin, who looks pretty much incredible. I wasn't sure at first when I saw this face, but then this picture was taken, and that's pretty good. That's not that bad for Anakin. So the more I look at these, the more kind of impressed I am. But I don't know, like with Anakin here, this is not soft goods. So I'm wondering how well, I mean, keep in mind, Anakin's supposed to be basically the most powerful Force user of all time, and he might not be able to bend his legs. So that, to me, would be kind of a problem. He looks the part. Obi-Wan's got enough cuts here where we might be able to swing that. I didn't even notice that with Ahsoka. Okay. Ahsoka should be pretty good just because the skirt piece is as short as it is. So she should be able to move her legs pretty well. Although I'm a little concerned that's the best she can do. But again, I think I was totally stunned by the fact that they were going to release these. And I think they look the part. I just hope they do something about Anakin's articulation specifically. So what's everybody else thinking about these guys? Spaded One, I'm currently dead set on getting a Mezco TMNT set ASAP. I put it off because it's so expensive, but I'm tired of small purchases filling small holes. I want to fill a crater. Spaded One, that might be the way I need to go to when it comes to those turtles. I do think Mezco's put out the best stuff, but I will say if Mondo ever decides, barring, of course, them going away, because if Funko goes away, if Mondo ever decides to make those turtles they're making right now, like that Donatello looks amazing, in 1/12 scale, I think that would be my turtle line. As much as I think Mezco looks great, my turtle line would be that Mondo one. See, Sci-Fi, I'm also a schmuck that missed out on the legendary Barbarian, Dave. I was wondering, Sci-Fi. I know what I got there. Like I said, I got in line. They're like, oh, you just missed it. I'm like, oh, of course I did. And I was even looking for it. I wasn't going to get it for me. Harry had asked me to find one. And I just got there too late. Uncarded, I only collect one Star Wars figure, and that's the best Jedi of them all. Rey Skywalker, get out. You are clearly a Duke lover. Star, I'm original trilogy Star Wars as well. SHF doesn't seem to be too interested in releasing figs from that era, and that's great for me. Maybe. No, you're good, Star. You're good. They did get quite a few, at least New Hope. We'll see if they showed off. Remember when they showed off tons of Empire Strikes Back figures that they had prototypes of and never got released? They start doing that. Then we're host. Sci-Fi, speaking of which, Dinner with Schmucks is a fun movie. I don't think I've seen that. Who's in that, Sci-Fi? Wait, skipping around. Somehow Palpatine returned. No, all these. I love how the things we know about the sequel trilogy are just for all the wrong reasons. Like this phrase here. This is a meme at this point. Eric, and I know I'm the outlier here to being a 5.5 inch Motu Origins collector. So everything else I just pick and choose. But man, I do a lot of picking and choosing. Yeah. So you're like, well, I'm going to be really picky, but my pickiness has led me to this. That's. I think we're all there right now, Eric. By the way, I saw Pixel Dan did a comparison image of the first Motu Origins He-Man, I think, all the way up to the most recent 2000X He-Man. So if you're getting those, it looks like that's going to scale pretty well with 1/12 figures, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of the He-Man stuff, but we'll see if Mattel ever decides to add a ball peg waist in there. Spay, wait a minute. Duke rejects Ray too. Well, I don't know. Duke's last name actually is Palpatine. Slanderous. See, Spaded Water. Let's see, uncarded. Sorry. The Mythic Legion's Legendary Barbarian in-stock sale is this weekend on Store Horseman. I know, but I just spent I've got a serious pile of loot coming. I might actually have to do a video. I just had it shipped today, and I finally added one of those undead builders to it, and that on its own was 65. And then I added a few more things. I'm all for the bad timing, apparently, guys. Eric, the Clone Wars characters look great, but yeah, Anakin looks like he might be a bit constricted in the lower half. Hopefully these are just prototypes and they've thought about that and they're going to add some cuts. Star, why haven't we gotten an SHF Star Wars Emperor? Lando, the 6 Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters. Let's see, with updated Boba Fett. Come on, I get with the program, kids. We're not getting any younger. I think they did do a Emperor, didn't they? Like, it's a pretty pricey set on the aftermarket, and they've got. Did he come with 2 red, like they're the Imperial Guards, the red guys, but they kind of just stand there? I think they did do the Emperor, but I don't know. I don't think the other bounty hunters. Let's see. I'm in for those SHF Clone Wars figures. Hope that the Bad Batch. Ooh, they do Bad Batch as well. That would be sweet. Actually, those would probably be really cool figures. But I'm looking at this, I would totally be down for a Yoda Clone Wars. I gotta stop. I gotta stop looking at this stuff. It's bad juju. Clank, what's up, sir? When I do buy Star Wars, I don't really care about era. I just focus on the generic troopers rather than named characters. That's an interesting call, too. Like right now, with the way Mafex is doing it, it would be basically stormtroopers and bounty hunters. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to keep doing. I hope they keep going nuts. But yeah, if I just loaded up on stormtroopers from Bondi, whether they're model kits, faded ones brought up a few times, or the SHF, and maybe throw in 1 or 2 Mafex. This is tough. This is tough. Collecting is hard. The last of the Time Lords is here. What's up, Anton? Thanks for stopping in again, man. Woo! Eric, yes, Dave, I saw that Pixel Dan video. Man, if Mattel added a ball peg waist, I would be thrilled. I think Mattel is starting to add, ball pegs to their WWE Ultimates line. I think, nice. That's something I really hope they do when it comes to their DC line. See, Toy Odyssey, yes, I was thinking about Bad Batch too. Thank you, Paul. Always appreciated. Star. Yeah, that Empire set wasn't exclusive. eBay prices, last I checked, started around 5. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You would think they'd want to get another one out there. But who knows? Who knows how seriously they're taking Star Wars these days. Anton, there is a great comic about the bounty hunters and what happened to them after they were all hunting Han Solo, and Boba Fett was very mean to them. I'm not at all shocked. Eric Mafex revealed Bosk and Forlom is out already, adding them to my Boba Fett. Yeah, I got to get Forlom for sure. And yeah, I saw the Bosk prototype. That thing looked glorious. Sci-Fi, listen to all you financially reckless people. Welcome to the esteemed chat. Yep, Sci-Fi's pretty much nailed it. So yeah, there we go. I mean, that's what we're looking at as far as the SHF figures go. Again, I think this Anakin, facially, he looks a lot better than I thought he did. Like, truly, this picture, that doesn't look so great, but it's from a little further away. You zoom in, you're like, okay, I can see that. And you've even got kind of the color, like look at the way the hair is up there. It looks good, but again, man, yeah, I hope they do something about that skirt piece. Greatest Force user in history, and he's not going to be able to move his legs. That'll be a problem. This Ahsoka, I'm pretty blown away by that. She looks great. So yeah, anybody into this, game on, man. Start going nuts. And now something else I wanted to bring up that I saw was making the rounds on the socials. Anybody who is missing out on some Joes right now, there are some cheapies out there. Zaymot and Tomax are both pretty cheap. Here, in fact, is Zaymot for $11.85 on $11.85 on Amazon. And if we keep going down, and we see Snake Eyes movie figures, but those aren't real figures. But if we go down here, this is where the craziness begins. Now, when I opened the screen, probably 5 or 10 minutes before we started the live stream, this guy was also $14.99. So yeah, Snow Serpent, gone with that price. But you can still get Recondo, Beachhead, and Quick Kick. So if any of you need any of those figures, they're on the cheap right now. We also have Tomax for $14.99. Oh, I'm sorry, $14.03. So, ladies and gents, game on. Like if I wanted to do a custom Beachhead using some of these parts, I would probably hop on this Beachhead right now. But that's where we're going to get into when we're talking about the best G.I. Joe characters out there. We've got plenty of cheapies too. So if you guys haven't been on Amazon in a while, you might want to look around. This Arana's 16 something. She's not bad. Tiger Force Bazooka. Let's see, what do we have? 1720. So yeah, these guys not bad. Oh, and look at this. You can still get the Snow Serpent cheaper down here for 17 something instead of the 22. So he is available. This old Cobra Trooper, he's available. Yeah, man. I think the eel was available, but it's not anymore. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew these deals were in place. Let's see, anybody picking anything up? Find out what's up. Uncarded. Whatever happened to the Tron HasLab? Did it crap out already? You know what? I don't know. I know last time I looked, it was still just barely over 1,000. I think it's still got a little while to go. Which, that has to be just killing everybody that worked on that project. They're just sitting here like, God, make it just stop. Yeah, 1,144 with 11 days to go. Sorry, I should share that. Let me share that screen real quick. Hey, guys. Here we go. Yeah, that Tron HasLab, I no. This thing would be the closest there would ever be to what we would call a toy miracle if this funded. There's no way. I do feel pretty confident in saying this one ain't happening. I hope none of you had to back it. Let's see. Sci-Fi guilty as charged. Yep. We're all so responsible. Anton, on my podcast, I did the review of Frankenstein. It's very good. Del Toro really nailed it. I still got to see the monsters part of that. I might watch that tomorrow. We'll see. My next big movie is the movie I've been waiting for a while, Zootopia 2. I'm very excited. Anybody in the chat excited about it? I saw Zootopia with my niece at their place. She likes it. I might be able, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can drag her out. When's that supposed to come out, Anton? Because maybe I'll be down there. I mean, I will be down there a couple times before Christmas. So maybe we could catch a flick. See, Clank, Tron still has 11 days, but they're barely at 1144 out of 10,000 backers. Sad. It really looked like a good set, too. And from what I saw from the trailer about Snake Eyes, it looks pretty bad. Is it as bad as everyone says it is? You are, Anton, I will echo what I've heard many people say because I think it's accurate. In that movie, you're rooting for everybody but Snake Eyes. Like, you want Snake Eyes to lose. That's not a great Snake Eyes movie. Let's see, Eric, yep. Nothing good there with HasLab. Not a drill. Jada on sale in Walmart app for members. $11 Chun-Li and Fei Long. $10 Mega Man. Ladies and gents, go now. Those are all, I have them all. They're all great figures. Chun-Li, the way she moves at the waist is insane. So yeah, if you don't have those, go get them. Sci-Fi, depending on how bad Hasbro needs money, I wouldn't be surprised if they randomly reopen their HasLab vault again in the wee hours without telling anyone, including their premium members like before. Ouch. Clank, at least the 112 line is still coming out, but we all know that line is going to struggle as well. Yeah, Tron, something that people don't talk about much is Tron was never a very successful franchise. Like, it has a cult following, I guess. I mean, I've never seen anything Tron, pretend to be shocked. But yeah, every time you look at the numbers, it never did amazingly well. I mean, people loved Indiana Jones and that Adventure series line. It didn't do, I mean, I I don't think it did that great. I think they got through everybody they wanted to, but at the same time, there were a lot of figures that Peg won for a long time on that one. And like I said, people love that movie. That Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, big time following, much bigger than Tron, and that line struggled. So I'm not sure the Tron line's gonna go too far. Mr. Matson, I did my review of Frankenstein this past Tuesday. TLDR, so good. Yeah. I mean, I was digging what I saw. Eric, Anton, I actually enjoyed the Snake Eyes movie, but of course, people didn't appreciate it not having any connection to any older stories, cartoon, or comics. Now, Eric, I think I did go in just deciding I was going to take this as an all new thing, but truly, at the end of the movie, I was rooting for Storm Shadow. Like, I was honestly rooting for everyone but Snake Eyes. And I think for me, that kind of hurt the fact that it was a Snake Eyes flick. At that point, I was like, oh, they probably should have just stuck with the original, you know? See, Spaded one, I don't know. That Tron HasLab could have used 10% more Jared Leto. Maybe just a real life Jared Leto hair. Like they could have packed just a hair, had him sign it, like had him sign a Ziploc bag with a piece of hair in it. That would have done it. Anton, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Oh, sweet, Anton. Thank you. She's got, she does Irish dancing, and they have this thing every Thanksgiving, like a huge tournament in the Midwest. So I'm going to be in Milwaukee, at least on my way after, I think the Friday after Thanksgiving. So no breaking away for a movie then. Maybe the next time I'll see her a couple weeks after that. Maybe then. Or maybe when I'm there for Christmas. Thank you, Anton. Star, my wife asks me why I'm so tired every morning. Told her I'm not sleeping well when really I'm up all night shopping Transformers after she goes to sleep. These are the times that try men's souls. Yeah, stinking Transformers. They'll kill us all. Eric, I loved Tron as a kid and enjoyed Tron Legacy so much. With Indiana Jones, they needed to make some bad guys. But making Nazis as toys is controversial, of course. I know. Indy needed all those guys to throw down with, but you're right. Anton, I know a lot about Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones was supposed to be in more of a James Bond character, kind of flirty and not a very nice guy. I mean, that's kind of who he was, just maybe James Bond light. As for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the reason why Indiana Jones is beat up all through most of that movie is because George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were both going through divorces. Ooh, I did not know that. We spaded one. We can't even get consistently good cyberpunk or steampunk stuff. Why did they think Tron could work? It's even higher concept. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there is a miracle. Maybe something happens and everybody suddenly loves the Tron line. But if they're going with standard Hasbro articulation and what they normally do, I just don't see it happening with so much good stuff out there. I just don't think it's going to pull it off. Anton, as for Last Crusade, which is one of my favorites, it's really, really great. And that was supposed to be the conclusion that the Indiana Jones series. But of course, George Lucas said, no, we got more. Yeah, even Riding Off into the Sunset, I pretty much treat those three as the Indiana Jones movies now. Sci-fi, I want to see Snake Eyes Origin. It made me a Cobra loyal, or I went to see Snake Eyes Origin. It made me a Cobra loyalist. Yep. That's where I was. Star, sing it, brother. Oh, spaded one. All right. What's up, Skew? Good to see you tonight, man. Kyrus, hello, Toypixx. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kyrus. Thanks for stopping in. All right. So here's the little surprise thing. If you guys didn't hear me, if you got here a little late, what we're going to start doing is we are going to list off who we believe are the very best G.I. Joe and Cobra characters, because frankly, I want to make some customs. And right now, I might have some custom stuff heading my way from BBTS. So I want to figure out who the best Joes are so I can build them using Action Force, using Monster Force, maybe getting on eBay and finding some G.I. Joe heads. Who knows? Maybe like with the Flint custom, I'll still leave them as short sleeves, but there's a lot I have to think about. So we're going to go in right now, right here, right now. And like I said, I already started the list just to save us some time. We have the best G.I. Joe and Cobra characters. Like I said, I started it right here. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. We might have to put another guy on there just so some of you'll be quiet about, Duke Palpatine. All right, Spaded One. Even Hot Toys stayed away from this recent Tron cast. They do figures of anything. The real test is Funko. Did Funko stay away from it? Let's see. Paul Skew, Kyrus, thank you, Paul. Always appreciated, man. Whoo! All right, Spaded One. Only one answer. William the Refrigerator Perry. I had the fridge as a kid. Dude, the Super Bowl Shuffle was reenacted many times. Skew One, Custom Duke, and Flint Dance Battle Yojo Pro Pack. You know what? That would be kind of funny, Skew. Like so a 2-pack of Duke and Flint, because it does seem that people are either in Team Duke or Team Flint. Like, so coming up with a 2-pack of those two would be kind of funny. And to pose them in dance battle poses. I think that would rule. So let's hear it, guys. Who are the very best G.I. Joe characters? Star, Custom of Flint after he was expelled from the Joes for trying to usurp Duke and became a Cobra lackey. Sound good? Star, if it's the version of Cobra we got in the Snake Eyes movie, yeah, I'm good with Flint going over there and being a Cobra lackey. No, come on now. Flint does have a higher rank than Duke. He didn't usurp any power. Duke just thought he'd push his weight around. Didn't get him very far. So let's add, just because it's you guys and because I know it's going to happen, we'll put Duke here. And I'm fairly confident we're going to need Scarlett's real boyfriend, Snake Eyes, on there as well. Toy Odyssey, if we are going Sumbo, Shipwreck, and Spirit. Oh, you know what? I do feel like I need a Shipwreck. And Spirit's a good call. Okay. All right. Shipwreck. Spirit. Oh boy, we're going to have to make a few columns. Uncarded, we need that Cobra Gladiator from the episode when Duke got kidnapped. What was his name? Oh, I think actually Super 7's doing an O-ring version of him. Anton, well, that's too much to say, but I would probably say Airtight has always been one of my favorites. Snake Eyes, of course. Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander. Airtight, huh? There was a time that I would just go nuts for any 85 Joes, like any Joes released in 1985 in Cobra, and Airtight was one of those. I don't know about putting Airtight on the list, but I think Storm Shadow and Cobra Commander definitely fit. So let's throw them. Let's hit ye old tab a few times. Maybe. We'll try and we'll see if the middle will work here. Oops. Oh no, you're going to do that to me? All right. Clearly I did it wrong. I don't know my word, guys. Okay. Here's what we'll do. How many do I have here? All right, let's go another tab. There we go. All right. Shipwreck. Put Storm Shadow here. Snake Eyes. Who else did we add? Spirit was on here. And I think that's pretty spot on to what we had before. Is that right? Keep this going. Well, we have Spade One, Evil Flint, and it's just Flint in a Slipknot t-shirt. I'd take it. That'd be all right. And Monkey Wrench Thrasher, he's an interesting character, and I don't think that Road Pig gets enough love. That Hasbro Road Pig was pretty sweet, though. I don't know. Let's see. Is anybody else saying when they're talking big time G.I. Joe figures? Because remember, I'm going to customize some, but I can't get the whole team here. So is anybody thinking Monkey Wrench and Thrasher besides Anton? Because if we get multiple votes, I'll throw them up here. See, I was at a convention once and saw a Roddy Piper G.I. Joe action figure, and it was signed, but it was way too expensive. I didn't know, was that a custom or was that actually made? I don't remember. Toy Odyssey, Low Light, just for that one awesome episode dedicated to him. Ooh, they do need a sniper, and Low Light was a really good one. You know what? Let's put Low Light on there. All of this is subject to change. I can't remember. Did he have a hyphen or not? Not that I'm anal about that stuff at all. Star, I want to see a custom of survival mode Gung Ho after he escapes a Cobra prison camp. Gung Ho probably counts, doesn't he? Shoot, guys, you're killing me. I was thinking this wouldn't be too bad. Oops. Sci-fi for just double the HasLab amount for Tron. Star Wars gives you a big A ship and figures. Let's see, Tron, you get a disco floor and mopeds. It's fair. It's a fair call. Spay one, I like how I can just start combining words, and chances are I'll land on a G.I. Joe name. Hamfist, waterlogged, dog sausage, roadblock. I got one. How did I not have roadblock on this list? Great, googly moogly. Way to get one, though. Good job, Spaded. Anton, and let's not forget another underappreciated like Tripwire. Man, Tripwire's rad, too. I will say that that's one I wouldn't have to do a custom of as long as I could find hands that fit him. The one that came with the mouse or the rat, that was a pretty good looking figure for sure. All right. So we've got Flint, we've got Cobra Commander, Duke, Shipwreck, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, Spirit, Lowlight, Gung Ho, Roadblock, Stalker. I've got to have a Stalker. I don't care about the rest of you, sorry. No offense. Stalker has to make it. And I think we need a Destro. I know. Now I'm kind of just going, but what do we have? What do we got? Sci-fi. Crystal Ball is fantastic. I know. He looks so good. And what was the Viper that came out with those same effects, like those same like colorful effects, like that green, that sort of teal color? Because that one looked good too. But again, they don't have the extra hands, and it kills me. Do they have black hands? Like if they have like black gloved hands, then maybe I can make something work. I did get 3 of the hand packs from Valiverse, but I still need to get, they were all because I got the Praetorians, and I was planning on getting Colonel Siege. So I got the ones that were the black hands, like the black gloves, and the Caucasian hands. So I haven't gotten the other pack. I need to get more packs, don't I? Skew, October Guard, but hold on, we may have them incoming with the Sumbo extra characters like Hondaloo, Raven, Iceberg's girlfriend, Quick Kick's girlfriend. I pretend it's Jada Kami. You know, that kind of works. I can't remember her name. Not a bad call, Skew. The Viper, the Games Master. You know what? Vipers and Cobra Troopers probably should be on here. Spaded, you should get that upcoming Sexy Ned Flanders gig and slap a Flint head sculpt on that bad boy. What? I don't even know about that one. Tell me more, because I could do it. Can't lie, Retro Flint is a boss. Ghost Vipers and Direwolf. There it is. Thank you, Sci-Fi. Appreciate that, man. Those look like great figures for sure. But have we already hit the top tier? I mean, if you guys had to pick, give me your top 5 favorite G.I. Joe characters, especially if none of these are on that list. Like I'm looking right now, and I know a lot of people like Hawk. A lot of people like Beachhead. A lot of people like Zartan. Nobody likes Falcon. Nobody really likes the ice cream soldier. Help me out. Help me out. Roddy Piper was a real figure with Destro. Oh, man. How did I not know that? Thank you, Skew. Sci-Fi, the Dreadnoks as a group or just certain with his siblings? I wonder, so I was thinking about this a little bit, and I'm wondering about Zartan with just the original 3 Dreadnoks, although to Anton's point, Monkey Wrench and Thrasher would definitely add in from the 86 crew. But I don't know. I mean, I could probably end up getting the Dreadnoks just as they are. Monkey Wrench probably as he is, because he's got extra hands. And then just using hands from the Battleverse pack or some Monster Force stuff, and that custom or those customs would be done. It's really, I think the retro figures are the ones that need to be customized. So like my Retro Flint, he needs help. Retro Duke needs some work. If I got Retro Beachhead, and Retro Stalker and all that. But most of the time with G.I. Joe Classified, it would just be adding hands. See, CoverGirl is fire. I do have CoverGirl, and they haven't gotten enough. They don't have any female hand packs yet from Battleverse, and they don't even have any females yet in Monster Force. So once that happens, I might go nuts. I've got CoverGirl standing with my Toypixx military right now, because, yeah, she's a great figure. See, Flash, Gung Ho, Mutton Junkyard, Zartan, Serpentor. Ooh. Zartan and Serpentor for sure. Ugh. I gotta think they're gonna re-release that Serpentor at some point. And I've got Mutton Junkyard. I guess I can just put him here since I've already got him. Fridge for sure. Sarge should probably be there, shouldn't he? Oh, man. You guys are killing me. But I do have Sarge, so that's okay. And he's got a bunch of extra hands. Duke, Hawk, Snake Eyes. Ooh, Hawk. Why have I not put Hawk in here? Grunt and Shockwave. Grunt's an interesting call. Shockwave, huh? Okay, let's throw Hawk in here for sure. Any other votes on Grunt and Shockwave? See, Breaker Clutch. I forgot the fella that drives the Mobat, the big tank. The Mobat was a Steeler, wasn't it? I think Steeler drove the Mobat. And, oh man, I'm totally Heavy Metal drove the Mauler. I think that's right. Breaker's probably somebody that we should get in there, huh? Although I'm a mainframe guy myself. Breaker or mainframe? Yeah, Breaker would definitely win that call. Tell you what, I'm gonna call an audible on this one. We're gonna add mainframe in there because they do need the computer guy. But just Breaker's not that guy for me. See, Amber was the name. Thank you, Anton. Appreciate it. See, Alpine and Bazooka. You're hitting me where the 85 feels are, my friend. Do I need Alpine and Bazooka? This is horrible. Yeah, I'll put Alpine and Bazooka on there. Dang it, man. Facts, I use Cammy. All right, Star, I'd like to see some Cobra Vipers. The robots go full Terminator, tie into a rogue AI, and upgrade themselves into pure wrecking machines. That would be kind of cool. You know what I was looking back at? I like the Cobra Island Vipers and the Cobra Island Cobra Troopers more than I like the retro ones. But they do have just the black hands. So I might one day go back and pick up some of those because I just think they're more interesting to me. Spaded one. Shockwave has always been my dark horse fave. I like the SWAT ninja look he's got going on. He looks cool. Uncarded, we need a HasLab Night Raven. We need a HasLab Havoc. Then you can have your Night Raven. That's what's up. Eric, whoops, early submit. But yeah, I wish Super 7 made the Cold Slithers and Ultimates wave this year with all the hype Hasbro made. Need Dreadnoks and Ultimates line. They have Zartan already. Who would they? How is that? Like, that line, though, we haven't heard anything about their Ultimates as far as G.I. Joe, have we? I mean, if we have, let me know, because it's been a while since I've heard anything. I think they were pretty much done after the repaint wave. Sci-Fi Stan Lee is a Monster Force general. That would be fun. I've got him back here. We could just throw his head on something. And he's already got his head, like, or his glasses on. Steeler, woohoo! I had one. Thank you, Skew. Sci-Fi. Oh, how do I not have Doc on here? And Doc trumps Lifeline for sure. Doc goes on here. Yes to Alpine and Bazooka. Let's see. Wetsuit and Leatherneck. Quick Kick Budo. Spirit Kamakura. Torpedo. Oh, no. You're killing me, Skew. Oh, man. All right, hold on. We're going to put Doc on here for sure. Man, now we're moving here quite a bit. Okay, how about Tunnel Rat? Yeah, Tunnel Rat should probably be here, shouldn't he? Skew brought him up. You brought him up. Maybe that MP Joe customized into a regular street cop. He probably has a lot of trouble adjusting to civilian life after retiring from the Joes. Which one? The Law and Order, right? Guys are killing me. All right, we'll put Tunnel Rat in here. I think he works. See, Skew, they are concentrating on the reaction 3 3/4 Joes first. Super 7. Yes, Doc and Lifeline. Wild Bill. Oh, Wild Bill. Anton Steeler. Yeah, that's right. And Thunder Drove, the big tank with the big gun. The Slugger, I believe. Woo! I'm bringing back my G.I. Joe knowledge. Spaded One. Classified needs to do the kids and bikes from the Down Power Line skits. They need to actually, somebody needs to really come with some pork chop sandwiches. Like, that would be the ultimate accessory. Cartoon Roadblock or Cartoon Flint, because it seems like the Down Power Line was Roadblock, wasn't it? So they need a Cartoon Roadblock and those kids that actually come with pork chop sandwiches. I would be a fan. Eric, no, I'm afraid Super 7 ditched the Ultimates line and is focusing on Reaction Plus. Oh, they just ditched it altogether? I mean, I kind of thought that's what would happen, but wow. They teased Radioactive Snake Eyes, and for a second I thought it was Ultimates, but no, it's a Reaction Plus. Dang. Sorry, man. Star, I think that's him. Well, Reaction Plus is Excitement Minus. Oh, dear. Poor Spaded One. Let's see, Law and Order, if you saw Covert Operations and Fumbles. Oh, no. Alpine Bazooka, Abbott and Costello. Alpine Bazooka, Quick Kick, Three Stooges, or Marx Brothers. Are you really going to make me add Quick Kick? I've got a Quick Kick, but his hand broke, so I might need another. I might need to get that $14.99 Quick Kick. Uncarded, how about Chuckles? I'm not going to throw Chuckles on here only because I do have Chuckles, even though I have added a few on there already. Let's see, Anton, the Shockwave from G.I. Joe, hung out with Shockwave from Transformers, but I think he's still stuck on Cybertron. That would be rough. You don't want to be Shockwave from G.I. Joe hanging out with Shockwave from Transformers. That would be bad times. So I think we have a lot of this. Any other Cobra that we're missing? Because I'm looking at that right now. I mean, like I said, I might go back and pick up some classified Vipers, like the Cobra Island Vipers and Cobra Trooper. Those are the Vipers, actually. If anybody is like me and thinks that the Vipers look better, like the older ones, then you can still get them for around $30, $35 on eBay. So they're not crazy pricey. You're still looking at $45 to $50 on the classified Cobra Troopers, though, on the Cobra Island Cobra Troopers. Oh, Skew, you win. How did I miss Firefly? Good call, sir. What have we? Woo, 809. Time flies when we're making G.I. Joe lists. Have we hit pretty much? I mean, the leatherneck and wetsuit were listed in here too. But we've got our Marine with Gung Ho, and we've got our comedy with Alpine and Bazooka. Like, I'm trying not to be too terribly redundant with it as well. And I could get that Beachhead and Quick Kick 2-pack that's out. Is that tough to find? Because with that one, Quick Kick still has a lot of hands and has a more updated look. And Beachhead, I could add some hands, like John Spencer was on the other day, and he was talking about a tool he uses to kind of punch out the holes a little bit in the forearms of the figures so that hands fit. Because I was talking about using a Dremel tool, but I need to figure out what that tool is he was talking about so I can make all that stuff work with other hand packs. Star, a third student from the same master that taught Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow would be cool. Really mix up the chemistry between those two, perhaps more skilled than those two. 3 deadly venoms? That could be kind of fun. That could be a fun story to fire off. But you are reminding me that maybe Jinx should be on this list as well, Star. No Falcon, but Jinx, for sure. Tomax and Zaymot. Oh. Tomax and Zaymot. How did I not think of that? I mean, we even looked at Tomax and Zaymot. And if I can get better hands, I had Tomax and Zaymot. For some reason, the figures just didn't do it for me. So maybe if they came out with other ones, I'd pick them up. But I'll put them on the list in case I find parts to make some better ones or some that I really like. And then who was the other? You said Beachhead and Quick Kick. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. I missed the tab. There we go. Falcon? Spaded one. You and your Duke love. Yeah, Falcon was pretty cool in the comic, actually. I guess we could possibly throw him in there. Jinx, yes. What about Sergeant Slaughter? We've got, let's see, I don't think, yeah, he's in there, Anton. He's in that first column. Anton, Crocmaster, and Fiona. I had them, but Crocmaster didn't have extra hands. But then I could get extra hands for Crocmaster. Oh, and Crocmaster was pretty cool. Okay, hang on. Where are we at? Jinx. Let's just put Crocmaster. I'll know that Fiona goes in there. Or I could just do this. There we go. For Fiona, I'll get one of those $300 SHF Crocs. That sounds like a good idea, right? See, Dave, they have that 3-pack Crimson Guard, Tomax, and Zaymot with Baroness on sale. That's not a bad plan. Actually, those might be better versions to me. Like, at least it was some, you know what it was? It was that they looked, the silver on like their shoulder pads and everything, anything that should have been silver just looked really grayed out. And I think that was what it was. They looked cheap in a line that doesn't tend to look cheap. And I think that's what it was. But the gold and red doesn't look quite as cheap. And if they're on sale, hey, I do like my Red Army builders. Probably shouldn't say my Red Army. Star, Dr. Mindbender. Oh, he does feel kind of necessary. Oh, man. How did this was a terrible idea, ladies and gentlemen. Just so everybody knows. Oh, no, he's going to have to go in a different column. Hang on. Oh, you know what? We'll wait. Give me a shorter named character, and then I can add Dr. Mindbender. All right, Jinx, Firefly, Zartan, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes all have intertwined history. This is true. I was reading about... I thought that I read the whole Marvel Comics run, but I don't remember things that happened in the last few issues. So I'm wondering if I missed those, because I know people like Firefly ends up being a ninja and all this other stuff. I don't remember any of that in the comics. Sci-Fi Spirit. I think we've got Spirit in here somewhere. Did I forget to put in Spirit? Hang on. Yep, we've got Spirit. Maybe what I should do is just switch somebody's name here. Let's put Hawk down here. Let's copy Crocmaster. Hawk. And Crocmaster can go here. Booyah! Now I feel better about my life. And we'll just get rid of Fiona because I think it can be assumed that Fiona needs to happen if we get Crocmaster. Let's see, Wild Weasel. Oh, we get Wild Weasel. We need Ace. Then I need a Rattler. Oh, man. You know what? I'll put him in there. Anton, but you're killing me. I don't have the Rattler. But maybe I can find somebody to simulate a good Wild Weasel. Skew, Road Pig, and Cold Slither. I don't see Cold Slither. I thought it was funny, but it wouldn't be for me necessarily. Road Pig is pretty cool, but people don't make large hands. So I don't know. I might throw Road Pig in there. We'll see. Anton, thanks for the fun. Remember, buy more toys, buy more comics, and always have fun and be safe. Anton, you too, man. Same to you on all those fronts. Have a great night, and thanks as always for stopping by, man. Massively appreciated. Dr. M. Oh, let's see. We could do, wait a sec. All right, Hawk can go. We can just move all this. So here we go. Hawk can now go here. Who made this stupid list? Who did it this way? Why did I not just bust out Excel? There. I feel better now. Whew. All right. Next time, Anton. Yes, sir. Timber deserves a spot. He's a good boy. I have Timber. Timber's not going anywhere, Spaded One. He's hanging out right down here with the rest of them. He is a good boy. Let's see. I even have him in his sitting down good boy pose. He's all stoked. This is an awesome, awesome dog. I guess wolf if we're getting technical. See, Hector Ramirez. You know what? Honestly, every action figure collection should have somebody like Hector Ramirez in it, because your action figures are doing all these things that, let's face it, are probably against a few regulations out there, and you're going to need somebody like Hector Rivera to try and sensationalize everything. That would actually, honestly, Skew, if Hasbro announced they were going to make a Hector Rivera figure, I would probably get it. I'd be like, okay, I know I haven't been buying much from you guys, but Hector Ramirez, sorry, we're going to need that Hector Ramirez now. Oh yeah, that's something that every line needs one of those guys. Star, what about customizing other figs into Joes and Cobra? Maybe Blanca as a Cobra agent, Ryu as a Joe. That could be interesting too, Star. I wonder, I've got give me just a sec. All right, let's pop off Ryu's head here. That's a pretty small neck peg. I'm not sure that'd work unless I now I'd have to Dremel out the neck, I think. I'll have to pop some heads off of some Action Force figures and Monster Force figures and see what I can figure out. That might actually be really cool. You just pop Ryu's head onto Declan Van Helsing's body and see what happens. That'd be all right. But I will say Declan's head, I think the ball peg is too big for that. So, Yeah, I like the idea, but I don't want to hurt my Jada figures like that, I guess. But it's a cool idea. Excuse Scarlet? Have her too. I've got a, yeah, Scarlet's up here. She's in that second column near the top. I was going, yeah, we need her. I've got her on there. She's got on the shelf as well. Sci-fi, Cold Slither, Dazzler, Hypno Hustlers, undercover agents like Jen and the Holograms or Josie and the Pussycats. That'd be interesting. Big Boa. I don't know. It's like, is Big Boa just there to throw down with the Sarge? What do you think? Help me out on the Big Boa. Skew, Hector was on Gem, and I think Transformers too. Yeah, I think he was. I was reading about that the other day, actually. Oh, fire idea. Yep. Let's see, David Martinez, Edge Runners done up into a Flint look. Cyber Flint. That might be kind of cool too. Just drop that head on there. I don't have any of those. Star, how big? So I assume you've got some Street Fighter figures. Is the ball peg in the head for David Martinez? Is it about the same size as what you're getting with the Street Fighter guys? I'd be curious about that because if it's not, if maybe the ball peg is a little larger, maybe I could just straight up put David Martinez's head on Flint's body and see what happens. Or just put his head on Flint's body and give that Flint figure the coat. That would be pretty cool. Skew, Big Boa and Road Pig matchup with Gung Ho and Roadblock, Crocmaster 2. Oh, I did take a picture. When I had a bunch of classified figures, I took a picture of Gung Ho wrestling Fiona down. That was kind of fun. Oh, there's too many good ideas here now. I like where you guys' heads are at. Scrap Iron. Oh, Paul, that's a good call too. How did I not think about Scrap Iron? It feels like a lot of them are just some of the old school guys. At the same time, like I like Heavy Duty, but again, he doesn't have as modern a look as I'd like, and nobody has released a hand pack for bigger figures. So I don't know that I should get Heavy Duty. He's just got fists, and he has that crazy, what is it? Was he a 1990 or a 1991 character? I mean, he's really cool. The way they did him is cool, but it's just not new enough. So he's like too big to customize with the stuff I've got. Sorry, I don't know how I got to Heavy Duty. Then a General Hawk customized like his later incarnation with a jetpack. That'd be kind of fun. A Stalker. They have to release that Stalker eventually. The one that comes with a kayak. We're going to need that. That needs to happen. Let's see. 1990 was Heavy Duty. Okay, Skew, thank you. And who else did they have? They had a lot of stuff that was actually pretty cool, like in those later years, just not as much cool in the earlier years, or as they had in the earlier years. Star, if they're not spot on, then they're close. I did notice that I had a difficult time mixing heads between the different Street Fighter figs. Not sure if it's me or if there's an actual difference. Got it, Star. Appreciate you checking. I was trying, I don't think I've tried to swap like Blanca's head for Ryu's or anything like that. Huh. Interesting. 1991. Okay. Oh, Heavy Duty. My bad. I'm so upset, Skew. I'm so angry that you screwed up. I kid, of course. Oh, Mercer. And Mercer seems to have a higher spot in everything than the rest of the Renegades, doesn't he? My only problem with Mercer is then you have to start thinking about Cobra Law. Maybe you don't, though. Because I do kind of want to avoid Cobra Law, I think. Let's see. He was after my time. But I like the character. Yeah, I got Heavy Duty. Like I was actually, all these people that say, yeah, I took a break from high school or, junior high and all that. No, I was still picking up a few once in a while. And Heavy Duty caught my eye. So I ended up picking him up. Who else did I get? I got Repeater, who was a later guy that for whatever reason I thought he was really cool. The Incinerator I thought was cool. Crimson Guard Immortal I thought was really sweet. There's a lot of stuff out there. Those later years, they did have some good stuff. It's just that they also had some really questionable stuff. Let's see, customize Duke into a future U.S. president. Oh, Star. Oh, I couldn't do that. Although he never mind. All right, Skew, me too. I got Red Star and Big Ben. Yes, I had Red Star too, Skew. He was awesome. Red Star was really cool. I never got Big Ben though. He looked sweet too. Who am I? Oh man, now I'm trying to think of all the really cool, crazy later on ones. Like I got the Cobra Commander that had the gold helmet and the red visor. Not nearly as much fun as the original Cobra Commander. I mean, he was fun, but I didn't like the look near as much. It was like it was too complicated or something. Skew Star. No, not funny. I keyed. You guys cracked me up, or I probably wouldn't do this as much as I do. Ryu as a Joe. I wonder about Guile's head on some. Oh, there we go. Hang on. It's one nice thing about actually doing this from the studio, ladies and gents. I've got the figures right here. Let's see about. Let's just close down the list here, or at least hide the list. We're going to see if we can make Guile into Duke. Let's see here. Watch me just. Whew, okay, it stayed. Yeah, see, that's a much bigger ball peg than what I got off of the Jada Ryu there. Let's see about Guile. Yeah, those ball pegs, that is not going to be a match, sadly. I was hoping to pop Guile's head on Duke, although Guile has more of a yellow tint to him and Duke has more of a pink tint, so I would say that wasn't going to work anyway. But at least now Guile can stay looking cool and Duke can stay just laying down like he's the poster boy for the franchise. And maybe what I should do is just have Duke lay down like this without a head. But no, I'm not that mean. Actually, I'm serious. I want to try and find a way to like Duke. Like, I'm not going to like him as much as Flint because Flint's the man, but I got to figure out, okay, what can I do to make myself think Duke is pretty rad? And from what I understand, the Energon universe does an okay job with that. Okay, let's keep this going. That pose. Yep, that's poster boy right there, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how he hangs out with the military, with the Toypixx military, the Toypixx army. Pythona is a mysterious foreign femme fatale. Oh, that would be really mysterious. She'd have a crazy fashion sense if she were on the list. Let's see, fun fact, Jada Chun-Li's hands fit in classified, let's see, wrists if you need a salute hand. I did not know that spaded one. I wonder who I've got. Do I have? I could put them in CoverGirl. Scarlett's got the yellow hands. Ooh, that's a good call, sir. I might give that a shot. Thank you. Star, let's see. Joe's and Cobra for the apocalypse. Road Warrior. Joe's and zombie Cobras. You know what? I've been toying with the idea of, so G.I. Joe and Action Force and Monster Force have to go up against this existential threat. And it's the Forgotten King, basically, and all his people. So then you start thinking, well, this is the existential threat, right? So then you start thinking, does this mean Cobra Commander comes in and joins up with these other teams, with G.I. Joe and Monster Force and Action Force, and Kirak comes in and does the same? I mean, we already have a weird little combo going with Dracula fighting alongside Van Helsing. So is this just like the whole crew is against the Forgotten King? And then if they ever defeat the Forgotten King, then they split out and do their own separate thing again, because those are big time threats. I mean, Cobra's a huge threat. Kirak and his boys, huge threat. But the Forgotten King could just turn everybody on the planet into zombies. So he's the big threat. So I just keep playing with that idea. I don't know, but for that idea, what you're talking about, Star, one of those ramen racers that has that Mad Max style going on with it, That would be a sweet card to have in this imagined kind of continuity. Sci-Fi Nemesis Immortal can be her version of Oddjob. No, maybe. That would be kind of cool, actually. Dang it. Tertiary specialty for Duke being kidnapped. I think that's on his file card, actually. It's right there. Spaded one, the existential threat they should team up to face is zombie Green Army men rising from the grave. See, but that's what you get. The Forgotten King has control of those zombie Green Army men. Ha ha! See, fire combo against the Forgotten King. That would just be fun. Like, I would love to put a story together with all that. Like, Classified's not. The people in charge of Classified don't want to make that story. Bobby Bella isn't going to want to make that story. The people with Monster Force aren't going to want to make that story. I kind of want to make that story. I think it would be fun. And you bring in characters from all the teams. It would be sweet. Like, imagine, let's see here. Obviously, you got Sidewinder in there doing his thing, and Flint or Duke or somebody is leading that crew with Sidewinder in there. You throw in, who would, and then one of their buddies is the Eraser. Like, imagine just how crazy those combos, like the combinations, the insanity of it all would be really cool, I think. Let's see, it's in the manual. It is, totally. Let's see, make the story, Dave. I kind of want to, but that's one of those time things. Sci-Fi, the zombie threat combined with the Dark Energon Mole-Rat army. Oh, bring those in too. So you've got like Dr. Mindbender. So Dr. Mindbender obviously splits off from Cobra. He's now working with Dr. Caligari and the Forgotten King, and they're making those guys. And maybe Crystal Ball has joined up with them as well. Oh, this is too good. This is too much fun now. Of course, as we're coming up with these ideas, it is 8:31. So I guess it's time to close up for this fine evening. But as always, guys, hey, thanks for coming in to discuss those SHF figures. I think they all look good, so we'll see what happens with the future of those lines. And of course, thanks for helping me come up with all these ideas for all these G.I. Joe characters. My wallet hates you all, but it'll kill me first, so you're safe. Anyway, as always, thanks for stopping in this fine evening, ladies and gents. It's always a pleasure. You could have done anything tonight. You chose to hang out here with all of us. So until next time, just like this time, massive appreciation. Now have fun. Happy snapping. See ya. All right, now is where I hit the end stream, and we're going to hit it twice and see what happens.